Hi guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm wearing my glasses today because I needed a little to see a little further, but I wanted to share with you a couple things that could help you to realize that you have more power than you think. But you know what? Let me go ahead and add more people to this live and tell you what, if you know anyone who you think could benefit from this, please invite them, like, share, subscribe, because I think I have something that to share with you that could help you have a richer, better, more abundant life. All right? So, let's get started. So, I don't know if y'all remember, but I talked about this book that I read a long time ago called E Squared, actually at the beginning of March last year. And the book shares how you have more control than you think. So I want to talk to you about a couple of the experiments that I did from the book and how this impacted my life tremendously. And I pray that this will impact your life as well. One of the opening quotes in the book is from Dr. Bruce Lipton. And you can look him up on YouTube. But he wrote this book called The Biology of Belief. He's a Harvard educated doctor. And he started studying the human mind and the human body and realized that we have more power than we think, which is my theme. So it says, harnessing the power of your mind can be more effective than drugs. You've been programmed to believe. Let me start over. It said, harnessing the power of your mind can be more effective than the drugs you have been programmed to believe you need. Signed, Dr. Bruce Lipton, PhD, American cell biologist. So I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things that I did from this experiments that I did from this book called The Biology of Belief. Please forgive me, from E Squared by Pam Grout. And you can go try it yourself and you'll see that what is possible. First of all, the number one experiment, which blew my mind completely. Well, let me back it up. So in the book, there are 9 experiments that you get to try, right? And the experiments are to show you that you have more power and more control over your reality than you believe. Anyway, there are 9 experiments, and the first experiment blew my mind. It's called the Do It Abides, and you're supposed to do 2 things, and each experiment, of course, takes about 48 hours. You have 48 hours to get it done. All right. So the first experiment was to find a color car that was called Sunset Peach or whatever. It was a weird color car. You had 48 hours to find that, and then you also had 48 hours to get a picture or to see a yellow butterfly. All right, and I remember hour number 40. I didn't see the car. The color of the car was Sunset Beige. And I had to look it up on YouTube to see which color is Sunset Beige. I'd never seen that car before. Anyway, hour number 40, no Sunset Beige car. I'm driving to the supermarket and I look to the right and there is my first Sunset Beige car. And ever since then, I've been seeing them all the time. All right. Then the yellow butterfly. I'm standing in line at the supermarket. I'm like, there is no yellow butterfly. I'm looking all around for this yellow butterfly. Cannot find the yellow butterfly. Can't find it. And it was in March. So I don't think it was butterfly season yet, right? But she said, look for a yellow butterfly. So it was hour number 47, right? The experiment is almost over. I just let go of the idea of the butterfly. Well, my phone, I'm in the middle of talking to someone and the phone shuts off. My cell phone just like shuts off. And then it comes back up with a post on Facebook, and I posted a picture of a yellow butterfly. Guys, I never did that. The yellow butterfly showed up. Okay? So that was the first experiment. Blew my mind. I called someone else and told them. I called my brothers. I couldn't believe it. Another experiment that blew my mind was she told us to go get some green bean seeds, right? And to plant them in egg containers. So I did it. And she said, on one side of the container, you're going to write that you grow slow. You are, just intend that it grows very slowly. And then the other side of the container, you're going to write that it's going to grow fast. I did it, guys. And the side that I told that it was going to go slow, it was just like, it grew so slow. While the other side that I told it was going to grow fast, it grew very fast. If I can find the pictures, I'll post it. It was amazing. And it showed me that I had more control over my reality than I thought I did. So if you're thinking about, let's say you have a child and you think they're going to amount to nothing because of the attitudes they have, you can actually change it and tell them and think thoughts that they're going to be great and that they're going to change, help impact humanity or something, whatever. And that will help them to grow, even if you don't see evidence of it. If you tell them that they're going to be successful, even in your mind, and you talk to them, it can happen. All right. Another experiment. Now, this one was the one that blew my mind, and I want you all to just watch this one. So she told us to get two wire hangers and set them up like antennas. So I have the wire hangers here. She said get 2 straws. So I had to go to Starbucks, get 2 straws, and I didn't have wire hangers. So I went to the cleaners to buy some, and they're like, oh, we'll just give them to you, right? And the concept with the wire hangers is this. You're supposed to think negative thoughts. And when you think negative thoughts, the wire hangers come close together and cross over like an X. When you think positive thoughts, the wire hangers separate. And I was like, nah, this is not true. It can't happen. So I did the experiment. I'm going to do it right now, and you can see. And if you're even more curious about the book E Squared and the experiments, check them out on YouTube. You'll be surprised, because the goal is to show you that you have more power than you think. So here you go. So I hope you can see the wires. You see them right here? They're touching each other. You see? All right. So I'm going to start off with some positive affirmations. So I'm going to say, I am successful. I am great. I love God. I love myself. God is good. I am able to do anything I want to do. I am a winner. I am successful. I'm not moving these wires, guys, but the wires are moving on their own based on what I'm saying. Okay, on what I'm thinking. Now let's talk about some negative stuff. I feel so much, watch the wires, guys. I feel so much fear. Oh my goodness, everything around me just seems to be, you see it? Now think, I feel so much happiness. I feel so much joy. I am successful. I love my life. I am just amazing. Do you see them separating? I did this. I couldn't believe it. I had my brothers try this experiment. They couldn't believe it. I had one of my mentors try this experiment. She couldn't believe it. Guys, we have more power than we think. In addition to that, there was another experiment there where you're supposed to determine a certain amount of money that you wanted and give it the 48 hours for it to arrive. I did it. Didn't quite work for me, but I told one of my best friends to do it, and within 48 hours, she was able to get, her goal was to get $1,000. And within 48 hours, she had $1,000 deposited in her account. All right. If you are curious about this book, it's called E Squared by Pam Grout. And the reason I'm sharing this with everyone is because I want you to know, and I'm always going to say it, we have more power than we think. Now it's time for us to live in that power. We can control our own reality. It's just that we don't believe we can. But do some of these experiments. Try it with your kids and see what is available to you. And now that you know this, how would you live your life differently? Now that you know that you have all the power, it's just using that power to create the life that you want. Guys, I hope this created value for you. If you like this, like, share, subscribe. And the wire hanger experiment, you can look it up on YouTube. It's called the E Squared wire experiment. And you can let me know what you think. Blew my mind, and it blew the minds of the people who I shared it with. Talk to you soon. Love you.